Don't miss it.
Clear, concise, accurate. Local 10 weather.
On World News Tonight, terror alert. Security increased in the New York City subway after insurgents captured in Iraq say people were sent to place bombs in the system. Exclusive new details about the spy in the White House, why he did it, and the second country he stole information on. Brian Ross investigates. The scam artists arrested in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, money that never went to the sick children. Encouraging news for women worried about cancer, finally a highly effective vaccine for cervical cancer. Medicine on the cutting edge. And how are the lowly sheepdogs helping save the magnificent cheetahs? It's all about attitude.
From ABC News, this is World News Tonight. Reporting from ABC News headquarters, Bob Woodruff.
Good evening. We start tonight with breaking news. Here in New York tonight, officials say they are increasing security on the city's massive subway system because of what they call a significant and credible threat. Law enforcement sources tell us this is based on information that originally surfaced in Iraq, information about people sent to the country's largest city to put bombs on its subways. ABC's Dan Harris has been reporting on this threat and how the city is dealing with. And Dan, what are the details?
Bob, many New Yorkers are just learning about this right now. This information started coming out right in the middle of rush hour. And just a short while ago, the city officials started taking very public action.
The beefed up security was visible tonight in the New York City subway system. Police sources tell ABC News that many officers from the day shift were held over through the evening rush hour. We're also told heavy weapons teams are moving through the subway system.
We have never had before a specific threat to our subway system.
ABC News has learned that information about the threat came after several known insurgents were arrested several days ago in northeastern Iraq near the Iranian border. According to these sources, one of the Iraqis arrested spoke about a plot to plant bombs in briefcases in the New York City subway system, and that some of the terrorists were either here or on their way. Officials have not been able to corroborate this information, however, but they felt it was credible enough to warrant alerting the public and increasing security.
I wanted to assure New Yorkers that we have done and will continue to do everything we can to protect the city. We will spare no resource. We will spare no expense.
They have to take this seriously because it's a very specific threat, and it's from someone who we know to be a terrorist and who was captured in Iraq.
Obviously, it would be in my mind, but it wouldn't stop me from taking the trains.
I'm going to take the subway going uptown, and tomorrow morning I'm going to do what I always do, get on the train and go to work, and I know a lot of other New Yorkers will do exactly the same thing.
It's important to note that some federal officials are telling ABC News that they don't find this threat to be very credible as of yet. But clearly, New York City officials are taking it very seriously, in particular to emphasize what the mayor said. They've never had a threat this specific. However, it is worth noting that the mayor said not only does he continue to plan to take the subway, but he's also comfortable, Bob, with his daughters continuing to do so as well.
Even with a fairly specific threat. Thanks, Dan. President Bush delivered a major speech on terrorism today. Mr. Bush said that the U.S. and its allies have disrupted what he called at least 10 serious al-Qaeda terrorist plots since September 11th, including 3 inside this country, which is something we have not heard before. He also talked about resilience in the face of terror.
The images, there's always a temptation in the middle of a long struggle to seek the quiet life, to escape the duties and problems of the world, and to hope the enemy grows weary of fanaticism and tired of murder. This would be a pleasant world, but it's not the world we live in.
The Bush administration is trying to deal today with a significant setback to its policy on terror suspects. Late last night, the Senate voted 90-9 in favor of an amendment that would prohibit the use of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment of anyone in U.S. custody, regardless of where they are being held. The vote and the debate over interrogations demonstrate that many in the president's own party are increasingly reluctant to give him free rein in the war on terror. ABC's Martha Raddatz is at the Pentagon. Martha?
Bob, the debate over this amendment has been very passionate, with Senator John McCain leading the charge against the White House.
Is our greatest strength.
Senator McCain made the debate personal. He suffered more than 5 years as a prisoner of war in Vietnam and feels that the U.S. should never mistreat its prisoners.
Many of my comrades were subjected to very cruel, very inhumane, and degrading treatment. But every one of us, every single one of us, knew and took great strength from the belief that we were different from our enemies.
The amendment would mean that the U.S. military could not isolate prisoners for long periods of time, strip prisoners for extended periods, use dogs, or humiliate prisoners in any way. The administration insisted again today that restricting interrogation techniques will limit the ability to get valuable information from detainees.
The president's advisors would recommend a veto if there are any of these kinds of amendments that would restrict the president's flexibility in defending the United States against terrorism.
But the White House had only 9 senators on its side and some very powerful senior military officials supporting the amendment, including former Secretary of State Colin Powell, who says the stricter guidelines would help the U.S.
It sends a message to the rest of the world that there now, are no questions left about what standards our troops should follow. It's good for our image overseas.
An image which was seriously tarnished by the scandal at Abu Ghraib prison and allegations of mistreatment at Guantanamo, where as many as 200 prisoners have joined in a hunger strike. The president might be thinking twice about a veto now, Bob, since this is attached to a military spending bill.
ABC's Martha Raddatz at the Pentagon. Thank you, Martha. The urgent investigation into the spy who managed to infiltrate the White House continues tonight. ABC's Brian Ross broke the story last night on this program, and since then, there have been an enormous number of questions about how much damage was done by the former Marine accused of giving top secret information to the government of the Philippines. And tonight, Brian has more exclusive information about how such a secure place, Brian, could have been compromised.
Right, Bob. The investigation now is quickly expanding as federal officials learn more about what the alleged White House spy was stealing, how he operated, and how he was recruited. A team of FBI agents continued working today inside the vice president's office. Some 35 employees are being questioned about their dealings with Leandro Arangancillo during his 3 years at the White House.
We take all investigations, of course, very, very seriously, and particularly investigations that might involve jeopardizing very sensitive information relating to the actions of our government.
Federal officials tell ABC News the recruitment of the alleged White House spy began in July 2000, when the then president of the Philippines, Joseph Estrada, came to the White House for a state visit with President Clinton and met Arangancillo. Officials say Estrada and his aides used offers of money and appeals to ethnic loyalties to recruit Arangancillo, who was $500,000 in debt.
Filipinos would want to know, from their perspective, what is the U.S. going to do? What are they going to give us in terms of military support? What decisions are they going to make?
At the time of the recruitment, Arangancillo was working as an intelligence analyst for Vice President Gore. He later told Philippine television he was eager to stay on and work for Vice President Cheney.
And everybody was asked if they want to stay, and they asked me, and I said, well, I won't have to think twice.
Officials say even after the Philippines President Estrada was forced out of office for corruption, Arangancillo continued to feed him secret information in an apparent attempt to start a coup.
The notion that classified documents would be transferred from the vice president's office into the hands of some political party challenging the regime of a foreign country is staggering.
Officials say Arangancillo passed several lie detector tests, and when he sought work last year as an FBI analyst at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, officials say he was put on a fast-track hiring plan because of his known connections to the White House. Officials tell ABC News they have discovered that Arangancillo, who was assigned to Mideast affairs, was downloading classified files involving a second country other than the Philippines. But they would not disclose the name of the country. Bob Arangancillo is now being held in a jail in New Jersey under a suicide watch.
Once again, Brian, thank you. There was news out of Washington today that the president's chief political advisor, Karl Rove, would testify for a 4th time before a grand jury, which is investigating who illegally leaked the identity of a CIA officer's name. ABC's George Stephanopoulos joins us now. George, 3 times in front of a grand jury is fairly unusual. Why is Mr. Rove doing this now for a 4th time?
Well, I was just speaking with Karl Rove's attorney just as we were going on air, and he said that the prosecutor has written to Karl Rove and asked him to come back for a fourth time. He insists that Karl Rove has not received a formal target letter from the grand jury, but also says that the prosecutor has not guaranteed that Karl Rove will not be indicted. And other sources very close to this investigation all say that this unusual appearance this late in the game spells trouble for Rove, that the prosecutor would want him back either to recant earlier testimony, to clarify earlier testimony, or to give him one last chance to talk his way out of a possible indictment.
George Stephanopoulos, thank you from Washington tonight. President Bush's nominee for the Supreme Court, Harriet Miers, was on Capitol Hill again today, meeting with senators. After spending some time with Ms. Miers, one Republican, Sam Brownback of Kansas, who sits on the Judiciary Committee, said he still has, quote, concerns. Senator Brownback also says he is prepared to vote against Ms. Miers, even if President Bush makes a personal plea. When we return, scam artists preying on hurricane victims so brazen even field-hardened prosecutors are shocked. We'll take a closer look. Medicine on the cutting edge, the vaccine that's 100% effective against the virus that causes cervical cancer. Millions of girls could be vaccinated next year. And one woman's remarkable battle sending in the dogs to save the cheetahs.
The Verizon Fiber Optic Broadband Network.
Connecting more people
to gaming, video, music, and each other. My job?
My job, make the network even stronger. Faster, more powerful.
With our growing team of experts, we're building the only large-scale, fully fiber optic network in America.
To deliver the next generation, phone, internet, and TV. I'm proud. I'm proud.
I'm proud. We're proud to be Verizon. Our people, our network.
You gelling? No telling how much I'm gelling. You gelling?
I'm like mud gelling. I'm so gelling.
Quit yelling. We're gelling.
Right.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make any shoe feel outrageously comfortable. Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
That's everything.
Oh, sweet bachelor pad.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it on. From digital music players and LCD TVs to laptops and digital cameras, when it comes to living the digital lifestyle, bring it home at the Walmart price. Dinner is squeezed. Nice.
Scoop away cat litter. Clumped so tight. It only takes one scoop. Scoop away. One scoop. Done.
If you're over 50 and take calcium, you may be cheating your bones if you don't get enough vitamin D. Yet Tums has none. Caltrate Chewables has D to help optimize calcium absorption. Get more with great-tasting, fruit-flavored Caltrate Chewables.
My mom has arthritis. Taking Bear keeps her music playing. My brother has a bad knee. Taking Bear keeps his game going. And what really amazed me was when Bear helped my father keep living. He took it during a heart attack. Bear helped save his life. Nothing else I know does so much. So when I'm in pain, what do you think I'm going to choose?
Genuine Bear, like no other pain reliever in the world.
We're going to take a closer look tonight at the economic fallout and the scam artists spawned by Hurricane Katrina. We learned today that the financial picture is about to get worse for a lot of people in the hurricane zone. Many banks will again demand mortgage payments starting December 1st. Unemployment filings in Louisiana have gone up sixfold to 183,000 people a week. And the New Orleans Chamber of Commerce says 30,000 businesses, nearly half of those operating before Katrina, face a significant risk of failure. All that bad news has done little to soften the hearts of con artists. Even longtime law enforcement officials are surprised at the boldness of their schemes. ABC's Pierre Thomas has more.
The FBI made a series of arrests this week in a scam to steal money intended for Hurricane Katrina victims.
Every now and again, you encounter a case that sort of shocks you in terms of the moral vacuum that exists among those that are perpetrating these crimes, and this is clearly one of those.
In this case, it was an inside job involving a company hired by the Red Cross. Employees were to help hurricane victims get relief money from Western Union accounts. Instead, the FBI says, employees stole the victims' PIN numbers and withdrew wads of cash, as much as $1,600 at a time. In just 4 days, they stole $25,000.
We anticipate that the loss will grow substantially in the days ahead.
In other cases, criminals are posing as evacuees to steal $2,000 relief checks from FEMA. And take a look at this website called Air Katrina. It appealed for donations, claiming to represent a charity which was airlifting emergency supplies and flying sick children to hospitals. In one posting, it said, "If we didn't have the plane, I don't think the little baby would have survived." The website, which raised $40,000 in 2 days, boasts, "No money will be wasted. None."
None of it was true. There were no flights. There were no medical supplies. He wasn't rescuing children.
To cope with the expected wave of scams, the FBI has set up a special Katrina task force.
Okay, we have about 70 cases that have been developed and referred out.
And is running public service announcements, encouraging hurricane victims to report any fraud.
If you know of anyone abusing the disaster assistance programs.
Investigators believe these scams are just the tip of the iceberg.
This is hosted in Germany right now,
as criminals try to take advantage of billions of dollars in disaster relief money. Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.
Our closer look tonight, another hurricane note in Central America. The death toll from the remnants of Hurricane Stan has soared to at least 211 people. There are unconfirmed reports that as many as 800 people may be missing in Guatemala alone. When we come back, the first vaccine designed to prevent cancer. It could one day be given routinely to young girls. It's medicine on the cutting edge.
World News Tonight and Medicine on the Cutting Edge. Brought to you by Nexium.
Me? I'm a problem solver. One problem I thought I'd solved? My acid reflux disease. I thought it was just bad heartburn. But when I went back to my doctor, he told me over time stomach acid had damaged the lining of my esophagus. He prescribed Nexium. Said I needed more than heartburn relief. My esophagus needed repair. Nexium healed the erosions in my esophagus. And one prescription Nexium pill a day keeps me healed and relieves my heartburn. My doctor did say other serious stomach conditions may still exist, and headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain could be side effects of Nexium. Even the best problem solvers need a little help sometimes.
Ask your doctor about Nexium, the healing purple pill.
This Thanksgiving, you could get some unexpected but welcome guests.
You've just won $1 million in the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes.
Enter by mail or at PCH.com. And this Thanksgiving, the winner could be you.
I just can't believe this.
Senokot tablets, made with the natural senna ingredient to relieve constipation overnight, is celebrating 50 years of gentle relief. And you get the gift, up to $5 off any Senokot product. Go to your local store or Senokot.com.
My doctor said my type 2 diabetes was out of control. That high blood sugar increased my risk of serious complications. He said I better diet, exercise, take my medicine. Yeah. I heard it all before. Well, maybe I should have listened.
Every year, up to 24,000 people lose their eyesight to diabetes. Even more are at risk for stroke, heart attack, and limb loss. If you have high blood sugar, get help. Call or visit diabetes.com.
My dad and I have been in the septic business for over 40 years. A septic system today can cost many, many thousands of dollars to replace.
Rid-X uses bacteria and enzymes to help prevent septic backups.
I've always recommended Rid-X, and I've never recommended anything else.
Lunesta. People everywhere are discovering it. What are you waiting for? Talk to your doctor to see if Lunesta could make a difference for you.
Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nuts eaters have been called many things. Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way.
Tomorrow,
Christians and pornography. Yes, you heard right. The controversial move to get churches to confront America's dirty little secret, pornography. From the pews to the pulpit, the XXX message of hope and healing on World News Tonight.
We have news tonight of a major medical breakthrough. Researchers have found what could be the first vaccine designed to prevent cancer. An important new study found the vaccine 100% effective against a virus that can cause cervical cancer. In the U.S., 10,000 women are diagnosed with the disease every year. 4,000 die. ABC's John McKenzie with today's exciting announcement. It's medicine on the cutting edge.
Rarely has an experimental vaccine generated so much excitement.
You're talking about a vaccine that would have a major impact on the welfare of women in this country.
The first vaccine designed to actually prevent cancer.
It's actually a very unique situation. There's nothing like this in any other type of cancer out there.
A vaccine many doctors have been eagerly awaiting.
It will save thousands of women's lives in the United States.
The study reported today involved more than 10,000 women, 16 to 26 years old. Half were given injections of the vaccine, half were given dummy or placebo shots. 2 years later, among those who got the placebo shots, 21 developed precancerous growths. Among those getting the actual vaccine, not one.
So this vaccine targets the types of virus that are most commonly triggering the cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer is caused by strains of the common sexually transmitted human papillomavirus.
What the vaccine is doing is getting a person's immune system, just like you get vaccinated against tetanus or polio, to recognize this virus as a foreign invader. The immune system will react and shut it down.
The study results announced today will now be submitted to the Food and Drug Administration. If the vaccine is approved, it could be available as early as next year to inoculate girls as young as 10 to 12 years old.
I would absolutely consider it. I think any concerned mother would. Absolutely. It would be wonderful. This is one less potential crisis that my daughter can avert.
One cancer future generations of women may not have to face. John McKenzie, ABC News, New York.
You can find more on cervical cancer and the new vaccine at abcnews.com. One more item from the frontiers of science. Researchers have documented an epic trip by a great white shark called Nicole, 12,000 miles from Australia to Africa and back. The first known round-trip ocean crossing by a great white. Researchers said the big swim challenges the idea that sharks are ocean nomads that roam aimlessly. When we come back, why have these puppies been sent to Africa? It's their job to save the majestic cheetah from extinction.
Stupid allergies. Poor kid can't sleep.
He's all congested from nasal allergies.
Only Nasonex is clinically proven to treat and help prevent congestion and other seasonal nasal allergy symptoms.
Let's tell his mom. You go.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
His congestion's better.
But your nose isn't.
For seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, Nasonex is the one to treat and help prevent congestion. Talk to your doctor.
With all you hear about menopause on TV, from your friends, it's confusing. How do you know what's really true? You talk to your doctor. The best source of information about the hot flashes, night sweats, and other changes you may be experiencing. You ask about diet and exercise and keeping your bones strong. Today, your doctor has more information than ever. Together, you can make decisions that are right for you. Get the facts. Get to your doctor or healthcare professional.
I can sell a home in 30 days. I'll drop my way.
Finding the right real estate agent shouldn't be so hard.
Next!
At RE/MAX.com, you can find the agent who's just right for you. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Want to know a secret? Some grown-ups don't eat their vegetables. That's why there's Delicious Ensure. Complete balanced nutrition, vitamins, minerals, food energy. If you don't eat right, eat smart. Ensure nutrition for a healthier you.
What the world needs now. It's the only thing that there's just.
Your call will be answered in 30 minutes.
My car ready yet?
Whatever happened to customer service?
At DHL, it's alive and well.
I'm on it.
Call us and see how we're changing the way the shipping business does business.
If you're thinking about joint replacement surgery, here's an important question to consider. Which implant is right for your specific needs? Only your doctor knows for sure. He also knows that Biomet offers the widest range of implant choices and sizes available today. Is Biomet right for you? Ask your doctor. To learn more, visit our website or call for a free brochure. Biomet, advanced science for real living.
He's dedicated his life to helping others, even though he's fighting for his own.
He found out that he had cancer.
We'll give this deserving dad a new home and new hope. All new Extreme Makeover Home Edition, Sunday, 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
This morning, GMA made history, taking you live inside Windsor Castle. And tomorrow, we'll make history again inside the Queen's home and the lives of the Windsor women. Start your day with a royal invitation to make Buckingham Palace your home for the morning on Good Morning America.
Finally tonight, no creature on Earth can outrun the cheetah, but now these remarkable animals are in a desperate race for survival. There are just 13,000 left, down from 100,000 a century ago. An American scientist has come up with an innovative approach to save them. The African nation of Namibia is one of the world's richest cheetah habitats, and ABC's Mike Lee is there.
They move with grace and style, up to 66 miles an hour.
Those eyes that look kind of through you and beyond you into a distant place, they have won my heart.
Dr. Lori Marker, a zoologist from Oregon, moved here 15 years ago to devote her life to cheetahs.
A purr which just radiates through you.
What little territory cheetahs have left here is disappearing, much of it turned into livestock farms.
This would be a great meal for the cheetahs.
Sheep, goats, and cattle are an irresistible, slow-moving buffet for cheetahs, so farmers kill them or trap them in order to protect their herds and flocks.
And the farm worker had chased down the family of cubs and grabbed this one and then hit it in the head and kicked it.
She calls him Little Peeps. Peeps is one of dozens of cheetah orphans staying at this 1,000-acre sanctuary Dr. Marker has built. Here they receive medical care and food.
As I arrived here, people wondered, what is this American woman doing?
What she is doing is giving farmers an alternative to killing cheetahs by providing them with these Anatolian shepherd dogs from Turkey. They may be cute now, but they become very large, very attached to their herds and flocks, and very aggressive when cheetahs approach.
A cheetah does not want to be hurt, and so their instinct is to run away.
Far greater majority of farmers have had good success with their dogs and are very satisfied with their dogs, and it has a project that has really been a great success.
We found that it's reduced the number of cheetahs being killed, and farmers don't lose their livestock.
Now, Lori Marker is trying to convince farmers in other countries to use guard dogs rather than guns and traps to save their livestock and save her beloved cheetahs. Mike Lee, ABC News, Otawongo, Namibia.
Just a little creativity, the dogs saving the cats. That's World News Tonight. Tomorrow on our program, our Person of the Week. I'm Bob Woodruff for all of us here at ABC News. Have a good evening. Good night.
Tonight, Primetime takes you inside a true-life crime scene. 3 young co-eds stalked, hunted by a killer. Now go behind the yellow tape, see the tiny evidence and how the memory of the only survivor brought a monster down. Tonight, Primetime.
Discover the best in designer home fashions at Carl's Columbus Day Sale. Explore Carl's showrooms for the latest exquisite looks. Drastically reduced prices mean spectacular savings. Pay nothing until 2007. Carl's huge Columbus Day Sale on now. Don't miss it.
My son means everything to me. When he was 2, he became very sick. We consulted specialists all over the world with no results. Then we went to Miami Children's Hospital, the hospital parents and doctors turned to for the finest care and expertise. They diagnosed his condition and performed life-saving surgery, changing our lives forever.
Miami Children's, we're here.
No one knows children like Miami Children's.
Explore a great night's sleep at Carl's Columbus Day Mattress Sale. Discover Carl's exclusive Sealy Alistair Pillow Top, half off at only $5.99, and you pay nothing until 2007. Carl's huge Columbus Day Mattress Sale, on now. Don't miss it.
For severe weather coverage, turn to Local 10 and News Radio 610 WIOD.